What is the minimum pay in Tharaka Nithi? This one, I've got a letter, sample offer letter to Martin Kirimi Munene, who's been appointed as a temporary worker, with a consolidated monthly emolument of 9,500 Kenya shillings. When I look at the national government circular, which cascades to counties, the minimum pay ought to be 16,113. Could you tell us why there's this such big variance between what you're offering and what the guidelines ought to be to ensure that there's dignity in handling of employees at all levels?
Chair, let the CC Finance answer that.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Chair. At the time we were transitioning the staff, we were advised by the Public Service Board that there is a special category which we were given the figures from the Public Service Board. So we depended on that advisory from the Public Service Board.
What is the minimum threshold for that special category, if indeed it exists?
We based it on the figures that were given by the Public Service Board. Probably we can inquire from them the basis of these figures.
I'm sure that advice was done in writing.
I want to believe so, yes. We can obtain that.
Yeah, because if you pay someone 9,500, and then the next paragraph, they'll contribute to NSSF, the next paragraph, they'll contribute to payee, housing levy, SHIF, etc. This is what people are calling indignity in the payslip. You are perpetuating payslip indignity by offering someone employment at 9,500, an amount that is no longer even used to pay domestic workers or security officers. What kind of jobs are these guys doing? For example, Martin Kirimi Munene. What job does he do at the county to be paid 9,500? That's roughly 300 shillings a day. This particular person, no, Martin Kirimi Munene. The next one, Martha Shuka Mwaniki, is paid 9,000 shillings.
Chair, these are market cleaners.
Sorry?
Market cleaners. Well, we do not want to call them cashiw again because cashiws are supposed to be temporary, who are supposed to be terminated after every week. So these are market cleaner who works only 40 hours over 5 days in a week.
But it is below minimum wage.
And remember, the market cleaner wakes up before everybody else so that the market is clean early in the morning. It's not, we cannot look down on their jobs. But the thing is, if there's a threshold, if there's a law that is established, or some regulations or some circulars that have been established, we cannot condone a situation where we are paying people less. Even these members of parliament here, or senators, they have staff. And some of them are field staff, but we still cannot go below the minimum threshold. So I'd like to see the communication or the basis of that special category that the CC is talking about.
This is a regulation. You can see general labor, including cleaners. That's what we have at 16,113.
Yeah, and for your information, I'm looking at the schedule here on some regulations. Wages, Regulation of Wages, General Amendment Order 2024. Persons in the occupation of general laborer, including cleaner, sweeper, gardener, children's ayah, house servant, day watchman, and messenger. The monthly contract per month is 16,113.75 cents. The daily rate is 775 shillings and 39 cents. and the hourly rate is 144 shillings. So, it goes on and on. CEC, you are telling me about a special category, and be very careful now. Where did that emanate from, if it is outside these regulations?
Chair, allow me to talk to the Public Service Board to give us details.
But you have alluded to advice of a special category, so I believe that you have got some background.
And it's only we don't have those documents here. We didn't put them as annexes.
Is the county attorney part of this delegation?
No, Chair.
Or anyone from HR?
No, we do not have anyone from HR.
We expect full compliance with the regulations on minimum wages. And I know the next thing you'll say is that then your wage bill is going to go up. You'd rather have fewer people, but paid well, in a dignified manner. Because otherwise, there's no point having 100 people who are poorly paid, and at the end of the day, they'll start complaining about their pay slip. I'm told there's a pay slip revolution coming up around Mount Kenya. And this is it. Because you're paying someone, you pay someone below the minimum rate. Actually, this 9.5 would not even be taxed. It wouldn't be subject to pay. Is it subject to SHIF? And SHA? It's subject to SHIF, subject to SHA, subject to NSSF. The only exception is payee. Yeah, so Governor, this is not acceptable. If you want to pay them 9,000, let them be casuals. But if you're bringing them on your payroll, then let's comply with the regulations that have been stated.
So, Chair, can this Senate committee give me authority to hire on casual basis? I really appreciate if that can happen.
We are not giving you, you see, you are the CEO, so we cannot direct you on tactical decisions. The only thing we can direct you on is compliance with the law. So do whatever you need to do, but within the confines of the law. OAG, please subject the CEC's submission to scrutiny as you're doing your NDR audit. And if these persons are paid below what is lawful, please report it, bring it to the attention of the Senate so that we can take action on it.
Thanks, Chair. That is noted.
Honorable members, do we move to the next issue?